I'm happy to do it. I've got no idea. Pretty good.
Table 5, Shane Smith and Scott G. Table 9, Bill Freeman and Yeti. Table 12, Aidan Heath and Mal McNeil.
See you boys. What are you doing? But at least, yeah, at least I'll give it a call, you know. Good excuse. Yeah.
Just watching a match at the moment, David Rothel and Edmund Chen. 1-4 Edmund play, race to 8. Just gonna roll this up and then play for the centre. I don't know if the black goes into the corner though. Definitely not. Maybe just block the pocket. I'm not sure. A good shot. Too easy. Oh yeah, too easy. I might just turn off. I just. Yep. Awesome. Yep. That's awesome. Hey, yo, man.
turn it off, not gonna turn it off. Yeah, I was trying to fight the pressure.
It's a great shot. Just kidding.
The system method every time.
That's not so bad. Come on, mate.
Makes sense. Definitely makes sense.
So actually,
Because you'll be able to rely on your technique, your method to get through that pressure. Maybe crowded, yes. Plus I was very drunk when I messaged you. Woke up. No, I'm not serious. Need to do it. Make it 10 in a row or something like that. Shot.
Yeah, mate.
on or off?
From the like, thought process of the negativity, crash shit.
It's if you
So you got a good chance to... No, I don't think I'll be able to call it. Not now.
Yes, mate.
Let's go hammers.
Yeah, mate. Well, mate. You're like half an hour earlier than me.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. David Ewing here, joining you for the 64 round of the Kings Cup. We have the match of the round on at the moment between Dave Rothel and Edmund Chan. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. David Ewing here. Sorry guys, just had a couple of technical issues there. Joining you here from the Kings Cup in ECT. In the 64 stage at the moment, we have match of the round here with Edmund Chan and Dave Rothel. I came in when Edmund was 4-1 up, and Dave has pulled off two really nice frames. Sounds like I've just repeated myself twice. Thanks, Tommy. So we got Edmund here. He's come to trouble. He's in big spot here. He's just tried to play a containing shot. Has not played that well. Be interesting to see whether Dave has refused it straight away. He's felt no need to take on the out at this stage. He does have an option to play the ball over the hole and play it rail first to come out mid-table. Ideally, he would like to be playing the yellow on the left-hand side. He won't be playing that into the rail off the red. Just to clear a little bit of traffic, just to make things a little bit nicer, but Dave's just not taking any risks at this stage where there really is no need to. So he's just chipped that ball out. Probably wanted that yellow out a bit further than that, but he's still left him in. He's in a world of hurt at the moment, that's for sure. It's hard to see too many options here for Edmund. He's just going to have to cover up with this red, whether he's going to double it across or he's going to try and smother the ball on the bottom right-hand side. See which way he plays it. No, he's played it across. Just trying to create as much traffic as possible. I think the shot here is if you can play the yellow off the bottom cushion, double the ball into the red, just push that red up towards the other red to clear a bit of traffic, and then it's really going to apply maximum pressure on Edmund. Or is he going to play the 3-ball plant? Not so sure about the 3-ball plant. If he refused the out last time, I don't like him taking on this time. This time is the only way that this can really go wrong for Roth right now is just trying to force the issue a little bit here. He's really got to make sure that he makes like a reasonably thickish contact of the red, but hitting the yellow half ball over the hole. He's just decided to double it out altogether. That's fine also. I still prefer to clear a bit of traffic because you just put Edmund under more pressure, because Edmund's just going to tie up this ball on the bottom left side, and then it's just going to create a little bit of issues here for Roth. However, he does have a counter where he can just play the black towards his yellow on the bottom right side. Ooh. Ooh. It's a good touch. Yeah, if I'm Dave here, I'm just playing the black towards the bottom right corner here. I just don't feel like there's any need to do anything else. You do have an option to double the ball down table towards the middle pocket. That's up on the top left-hand side as well, so you can potentially play a plant down the bottom left. But he's played the frame quite patiently at this stage, so I'm very, very... Well, he's tried to play the plant off 3 rails. Was a very aggressive option there from Dave. I felt like that wasn't really necessary considering he didn't pull the trigger earlier. But it's easy to say in the commentary box, that's for sure. When you're out there and you're a little bit nervous, your arms a little bit jiggly and you're not quite thinking as clearly, or your heart rate's a little bit elevated. Never missed a shot from back here, ladies and gentlemen, I'll tell you that much. Dave looks like he's just going to play a deliberate foul here. Just playing the top left corner. Ideally, you want to be playing... Oh no, he's just chipped the black across. It is a little bit risky playing that, leaving the black accessible. But I don't think he's able to get both reds out at the same time. I'm not sure if he can come off the bottom cushion and flick that ball. Edmund's just decided to chip one out for now. Hasn't fallen great, but Dave doesn't really have any options to be able to play that ball, to open the ball on the left-hand side. So this can be a little bit of a... This can turn into a really interesting frame. So what's Edmund's plan here? He's just going to chip it back down. I'm not sure if he's really accomplished much by doing that. I think he's just looking for the double smother. It's really hard to tell from here whether that red goes inside the yellow on the right hand side. If it does, then Dave may elect to just snooker him from that ball on the right hand side and force him to play the ball on the bottom left. I don't mind that shot at all. Probably play this towards the jaw, if possible, and just snooker him behind the black. Or is he's looking at maybe potting the one on the bottom left as well. So I need a bit of left hand side on this. It's a good line. It's a good line. Oh. That was a great effort. Difficult shot to judge, especially playing those shots with stun, trying to judge it off the bottom cushion. Common mistake in a shot like that is to play the left hand side. It's a really great practice shot actually. Just set balls like up around the bottom cushion and just pop the ball in the middle, come off the top cushion and then try and hit those balls just to get a good gauge of the direction of the shot. Yeah, I'm not overly a fan of Dave potting when he had 4 yellows on the table and then potting those balls without dealing with the bottom left one. I just felt like it wasn't really necessary at the time. Now this frame's really turned into a really, really interesting situation. Dave may elect to pop the yellow, then pop the red, force the issue. Great shot! That's an absolute cracker there from Dave. This shot's just all about composure, so Dave's just focusing in on the shot, addressing the table. Cued it nicely, cued it very, very nicely. It's a great finish. So Dave's pulled out 3 very classy frames to pull it back to 4-all. This is turning into an absolute cracker of a match. Edmund is giving himself a bit of a dodgy rack there. And well, it looks like Reds certainly are the balls here, I think. Does have one problem ball on the left hand side. He clears the ball in the... He does clear the ball in the right middle, that ball will double. The black is also another issue. So in calculating it out like this, I'd probably consider looking at leaving probably the ball on the left hand side near the yellow as my finishing ball. If you can get straight on that, then you'll have the black in the middle. Then again, he may have ooh, has he fallen absolutely perfect for an extraction here. If he's gotten down on it straight away, I think he really has. Push first would be ideal. Oh, he's controlled that really, really nicely. So now this is all about the black ball. How is he gonna... How is he gonna deal with this black ball? One option he does have, the two reds that are on the right hand side, if you can get to the right hand side of the highest of those two, he can play that and then screw into the yellow by the black. Then he should have options for the ball in the middle and the ball on the bottom right hand side, while also opening up the black for the bottom right hand side. That is definitely one option. He does have an option to, he can play the lowest one here too. He's got to judge this well, though. He's got to miss the yellow on the lower left hand side. Just trace the right hand side here and just cue the ball sweetly. Don't force it. Yeah, he's hit that absolutely perfectly. This has been a very, very well controlled out so far. So this is just about, you feel like with this out, this is just about one key shot here. Just wants to get nice and straight on that ball in the middle, I would think. Does have an option to play this ball in the middle first, come off the top cushion with a touch of left hand side, then play the red in the left middle, then play the right bottom, and then play the black in the middle. Oh, he did have a touch more angle, play it natural. It's really important on a shot like this where you just think, okay, well this is quite relatively easy, but however, if you finish low on this red and you're going to be running into it, it just creates a little bit of problems. So you probably want to get it straight, or at least try and get just off straight on the right hand side, just to make this unmissable. He looks good there. Ideally, in a perfect world, probably wanted to come over a little bit more, but he's absolutely fine here. Oh, he did have a touch of angle. It's a classy finish there. That's an absolute classy finish from Dave
The
Ruffle.
kitchen's opening for limited meals like schnitzels, chips, wedges, stuff like that. So they're only going to be open for about half an hour, but it's opening for the players basically. So if you want to go order some food, I'll go up there now. Cheers.
I'm not overly sure how if Evan started off really well or Ruffle started off poorly, but since I've been here, yeah, Dave looks like he's really settled in. Looks like he's very focused. Dave will be a teammate of mine going over to World, so he'll be we're rooming here and then rooming over there. So obviously, I may be a little bit biased towards Dave, but I'll try and be as impartial as possible. Justin Sage has come in. He's complaining about the streams. Justin isn't really interested in the pool at the moment. He's more interested in the UFC, trying to get a live stream going. And Dave, that's a crunching break, and he has got a red. Timed that really nice. Nice control too with the white ball. There is work to do here though, on either ball. The black is... You would consider the black a little bit tricky on these tables. Does have an issue whether he goes yellows or reds. It's hard to tell whether that red in the top right corner does pass into the top right, or whether the yellow's in the way. It does appear the yellow is in the way. I feel like he will be taking yellows just because where all the problems are, just because he has more balls around the area. I do think that yellows certainly are the balls here. No. He's decided to take reds. Hasn't played that perfectly. Ideally would have liked to have got more coverage on that ball. But it looks like Dave is chosen to use his tactical mind in a lot of these frames, which I think is the right way to be on these tables. You can get overzealous and take on a little bit too much and leave yourself exposed. I think right there he was just concentrating more on just leaving a safe white as opposed to covering the hole. Either is fine. But that black does pass in the bottom left corner. Edmund, well, that's taken heavily by the nut there. I'm not sure if he wanted it in anyway. But that is placed well. The red does pass off that yellow in the middle pocket though. But I think you'll be seeing Dave covering up here. Making sure you're snooping from the balls on the left hand side and forcing him to play the balls on the right hand side. And that's exactly what he's done. Oh no, he doesn't. I think he's okay anyway. I don't think he's left. I don't think that yellow's past, just slightly past the middle pocket where he can't really do anything. Edmund definitely wouldn't be touching that ball anyway. It's hard to see a good safety option here for Edmund. Don't know if he can get that thinnest ball on the top right hand side or whether he'll be looking at a 3-ball plant here. The risk with the 3-ball plant, especially if you're running through, you will be leaving him an option to play that red off the yellow in the middle, which ideally you wouldn't want to do at this stage. That is a clever shot there by Edmund. He has to open up his balls a little bit by also containing that red. There's still a lot of pull left on this frame, folks. I would actually consider doubling this ball on the bottom right hand side, just doubling it up table. Just get another ball in the area. Play this. You can't get this over the hole, but just play it a touch fat like he has. And that's a great shot. All day. Edmund, Justin says the tactical genius that he is. Just so it's absolute no-brainer to play a deliberate foul here, but yeah. I think I would just leave him shot across. True. Yeah, so Justin said to play the deliberate foul, but then screw across to the bottom of the middle cushion, just so you leave him without an option of playing that ball on the top right hand side and then playing an extraction first shot. I'm not sure if that's a lack of experience for Edmund in two-shot. I know he's a very competent snooker player, and he has been doing very well over here in the 8-ball rules. Davis hit that a bit too thin, unfortunately. Or Edmund. The man, Jamie Stevens, has graced us with his presence. Edmund's overcut that. Be very disappointed with that shot. Has he left him a shot at that tough red? It's not even a bad option to play that off the red, play the red off the red, and just sit in front of the yellows, just so that way you get a little bit more coverage. I'm not sure. An option with the Dave, he can play a long double here. Seven will be playing this yellow over the hole. I'm not sure how neat he wants to get this shot. He just really wants to cover the red, because Dave will just play a deliberate foul and then get complete control of that frame. Well, that looks like that yellow has bounced out a little bit. Don't see a whole lot of value though in Dave really playing this aggressively, just because he's going to be pushing the reds towards the left side. So he may just look to jam this in there and just leave it there for now. Oh wow, he had a bit more. He had a lot more gap than what I thought. Edmonds just walk straight up and look for a deliberate foul. So the right shot there is played by Edmund. And we're joined by the commentary man at the moment, James Stevens. How are you, mate?
Mate, I'm actually happy to be off the table just quietly.
How'd you, what was the score in the end?
It was 8-2, but early on it was laughable.
I did, when I did look over, it did seem a little bit scratchy. Oh, is this a foul
I missed
snooker?
the ball right over the hole and Tim, I don't know how he didn't laugh.
He was laughing internally, mate.
I think he was.
Is it a foul snooker? I'm not sure if it was.
What's on red?
He is on reds.
Hard to tell from here, we don't know the gap between the yellow and the red.
They did play the white there, so I think he, it's really hard to tell how to attack this without seeing the angles of whether that red passed the red that's more in the middle of the back cushion, whether it passes to the right corner or not. Yeah, either way, even with two shots, this is quite difficult to really map this out. He still has a problem over that middle pocket, so he may be looking to play the yellow and try and just jam that yellow out over the middle.
Played that well.
Oh,
Shot.
that is an absolute sensational shot.
This all comes down to the black ball now. I think he's got himself a good chance here to run the reds at least.
Absolutely. Are you taking the ball over the middle here, Jamie, and then taking the ball on the bottom left?
I think you have to, because I don't think he's like the angle on the red that's in the bulk area is too thin.
I was unsure whether he's going to clear up the top end and then play. He may elect to play the bottom left and then just use two on the black. He comes out mid table. Yeah, it does have two shots. Yeah.
In that case, I do expect him to go game here. But I don't mind him leaving the ball over the hole till last and just playing to the black spot and playing a little promotional double on the black.
I do like it. I think you just want to tidy everything up in the top section first, as opposed to doing too much travelling with your white. No big Jackie square off the bottom cushion and kick the black up over the middle.
Yeah, I think we should. I think we should have a dip here and just layer up.
That red does look like it's on the left shore, so it really doesn't, in a perfect world, doesn't really want to finish on the bottom cushion. Wants to leave himself just a nice natural angle where you can just play a touch of right hand side to come out mid table.
Yeah, as long as he gets at least to a half ball double, he'll be happy.
Absolutely.
So this is the shot really coming up now. The rough looks queuing alright.
Yeah, it's since Edmund was 4-1 up when I joined the commentary, and since then Dave's looked very, very composed. He's hitting the ball very, very well. He has smashed me in a few sets recently.
He's not afraid of playing slow either.
Yeah, he's been very, very methodical, just thinking through every shot. He is a classy player there. Is he running around on me?
I think he's playing it with a bit of the side, isn't he? Yeah, he is. That's actually very intelligent, because he knows the further away he goes from the black, the easier the angle's going to be.
How's his angle here, Jamie?
I think he's good.
You think he's okay? You probably just don't want to, even if you do have a wide angle, just don't double out too far anyway. Just wants to avoid the double kiss here. Oh, he was perfect.
Yeah, the ball was off the rail a bit, so it was okay. Hasn't over-committed to the double. Make sure of his second shot.
That's 5 frames in a row for Rothwell, and he is absolutely flying.
But I'm not buzzing about how quiet it is in here. It's too hard to commentate. I'm not the quietest guy in the room when I'm talking.
You talking? I don't believe it.
I like to chat.
So this is a really, really big frame for Edmund. 5 in a row. It's very easy to get your head down, but you still, at 6'4", you still have a huge chance in this frame.
Yeah, he is for sure. I mean, no stakes.
Edmund has been 6'4". 6'4". Just wait for the upgrade to score. There you go. So Edmund's just shown like very, very composed at the table generally, but I've just seen little bits of frustration from him. Hasn't really had any of run of the balls, but Dave has certainly put him under a lot of pressure at this stage. Edmund really wants a big break here, really wants to get a ball. Dave's had a lot of first visits recently, and again, Edmund has, wow, he's been very fortunate to get a yellow there.
Well, I'll tell you, this is the sort of frame that you kind of don't want to just blaze away and start potting balls.
Absolutely. Dave has been very, very proficient tactically in this match so far. Edmund has just missed a couple of shots here and there. A couple of opportunities to apply more pressure, especially when he could have played a deliberate foul early on in the frame last frame for the ball that was on the bottom left side. Certainly could have asked a few more questions. What are you taking here, Jamie? I don't think he has an option for Reds.
Yeah, I'd like Reds, to be honest, just because I think there's a better option to take control. But well, he's actually going to go rail first and play the red.
Well, this is a big shot because it's open table. He's got to make this. Yeah, that's...
I actually don't mind him doing that, like playing that shot, because he's recognised that red's probably the better starting ball.
Yellows does have three ugly options, especially that one over on the top left.
It's just nowhere, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
not for any value at all whatsoever.
And there's just no linking ball anywhere on the table for it at this stage. Ideally, in situations like this, especially on tough tables, I always like to cover that bottom left-hand side, so that way you can get above that ball on the top left and use it as a plant. It's interesting to see how Dave's going to tackle this.
I think he's looking at the yellows, isn't he? No, he's looking at the reds. I think he's on this one that's in the middle of the two yellows.
I think you're just taking this in the bottom left corner, screwing back, and then taking the yellow,
I think
taking
he's
the
going to
red.
get a little nudge on the black here. Just a little nudge on yellow and black. There we go. Oh, he's missed the pot.
Missed the pot.
But he opens that up, and I think he feels like he could have maybe committed. And I think if he gets the pot, he gets a different cannon, and I don't think the white travels down as fast, so he might be on the ball in the middle.
Yeah.
But that's all water under the bridge now. Edmund might think, you know what, I still don't have reds, I might actually just take yellows now.
I think he doesn't have an option. I don't think he has an option out of the pot.
This cut looks thin that he's looking at. The red on the left side.
He will be losing the white as well. Yeah, I don't like the cut, Jamie. It looks way too thin.
It's pretty thin.
And also, because at the pace you'd be playing at, you're more than likely going to leave it at the hole as well.
Well, you're just going to crash into balls as well. You can't legislate what's going to happen. That's why I said, no, yellows it is. Oh, I don't like that shot either.
That's turned out horribly. So Edmund just needs to settle down a little bit here. Just been a little bit rattled.
You know what? That could be a bit of a blessing in disguise, that, because he wasn't going... Unlikely he was going to clear there. He's actually landed a gap on this dead ball.
Oh, wow.
Well. That looked like it just hugged in a little, didn't it?
It certainly did, didn't it?
But now he's got actually a chance here to play this in the corner, if it goes clean, and stun off the side rail into the red. But the problem is landing on a ball afterwards.
Right. It is risky. I think you've got to just lay up here.
I want to hit the red full, actually, when I think about it. Just play for that shot.
So that's the reason why I missed that shot, because that was more of like a stun run type shot, as opposed to like a direct stun. And they're the kind of shots that are very, very commonly missed. Especially when there's that uncertainty in your mind over the direction of the shot, then you lose your focus on the pot.
Yeah, and you've got to cue the ball really well, the little sort of
Absolutely.
style shots.
Absolutely, because if you kind of decent or you don't quite hit it sweet, you just do what he did and just run into the black anyway. But so this frame has really turned quite ugly. Oh,
That nice little shot there from the Ross.
do you think the red part? Oh no, black's in the way anyway.
I think that red passes the black, mate. That he's just cannon. I think it passes, but I don't. What do you do with this one that's to the left of that? It's stuck on the yellow. I'm not sure.
Well,
We've also got the one on the right there.
I'm thinking if he can actually hit that ball on the bottom cushion, I'm actually playing at the touch of right hand side, doubling that ball out and then trying to sit it on top of his two yellows in the middle, forcing him to open up hopefully one of your reds.
Yeah, I understand. What's he doing here?
He may just be looking to lay up, take it. Ooh, it does look
Surely the
in
gap's not there.
Oh no, I think he's taking the high one there, Jamie. Maybe taking the high one and trying to get coverage.
Like this.
Correct. And he's
He's
just
laid up, but he's laid up heavy, so he didn't want to risk the pot. He's in, so he's left the pocket open.
so this will be interesting how Edmund tackles this.
Pretty hard to sit. You know what? If he sits this, you know Roth's going to just pot it.
That's why I think if you're going to play this, you play this off the side cushion and try and, instead of covering the hole, you want to cover the red and try and put the white more towards the bottom cushion. So where you don't leave them on a deliberate foul. It is a bit of an awkward angle, but I think it could possibly be there.
I honestly think I'd be punching this off the red and going into those two yellows, reds and yellow, and just try and get a little result.
Yeah.
Hopefully you can get an angle to get a can on your last ball. I know it sounds all like hard stuff, but he's in a spot here where I don't think he can afford to put this over the hole.
I agree.
I think it'll just get him in more trouble.
Absolutely.
So I'd rather take the bull by the horns here and have a dip. He's played your shot, Dave.
Oh, he's gone out a touch too far though. So I think it was more ideal, would have been ideal to play it just a little bit higher and then play it so that way it slides off the red. So that way he could have got further down with the white ball.
Roth's contemplating potting this.
How you playing this, Jamie?
It's actually, you know what? I'm probably playing and screwing up the other end of the table. And the reason I say is you leave that ball in the hole, it allows him to punch the yellow that's on the right side right and
Screw into it,
across
yeah.
it and try and get a result. So I'd
is-
rather take that away from the option.
It is a little bit difficult though because he has to avoid a foul snooker here. Where that red is, like
You're
you'd have,
right, yeah, that's probably dangerous to do that. So Roth just says, no, I'll do these ones.
yeah.
But this is still like you can cut this thin, clear the red, go into the other two, try and get a little result again. Because if I'm Edmund, I'm happy for the yellow to stay on the side cushion.
Jamie, I actually may consider playing the yellow in the mid-table and try and screw into the red because you don't really want to lose that yellow because you need to use that yellow to open up the black as well.
That's what I'm saying. I'm happy to leave it on the rail.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
You cut it thin like this, leave it on the rail. You hit it too thick.
And he's fallen nowhere. Well, he
That's
does,
always a risk, though, isn't it?
absolutely. But at the end of the day, I mean, especially when you're playing with touch the left-hand side, it's very, very hard to control that shot.
Yeah, exactly.
Does he play a back double and try and get into the black here? Both his yellows are on. It is risky. I think if that red doesn't pass to the bottom left pocket that's on top of the yellow, I think I would actually consider doing it. Just try and move the game ahead a bit forward, especially while you're one shot in front at this stage.
I think I'm just playing the containing shot myself and just bumping the yellow at the bottom end of the table.
Yeah.
Getting back to the table again.
Yeah.
Better spot than you are now. I don't like that shot because he's taken the yellow out of play that he needed to open up the black.
Yeah. So this is definitely an advantage Rothel at this stage.
I reckon Roth will just nudge this ball near the black and
Just get a
little
snooker.
snooker. He doesn't need to do anything special here because he's in complete control.
Another option he does have is if he puts the ball in the middle on the left side, and then he can play the red and the yellow that's together. He can play those two and just push the red to the bottom cushion and try and leave the white on the left side of the table, leaving him no real options.
Yep. I wonder if that red goes clean.
Yeah, it is hard.
Because if it does, you can play your shot, just drop it in the middle, and he's going to play this instead. I don't like that shot because it's obviously what he's going to get to here, and he's actually going to be in a worse spot than what he was
I agree.
after he plays the runoff. So
Agreed. See, if he played the runoff like you were saying, then he's just going to bury him in behind that ball, and then he can just develop that ball. Who you playing? Oh, really? Jay Stevens and Jimmy Della next round. Jimmy did the job in about just under 30 minutes, I think, 8 minutes.
Oh,
Was
about that,
absolutely flying. But Jay Stevens is a man of the moment. He does love a moment. And this will be a moment for him. So that must have been touching ball.
Well, the last match I did play against Jimmy was at Big Guns, and he did murder me. Missed 2 balls for the match, but I think these tables are a bit trickier.
Oh, definitely. You have to be very, very cautious with your outs and what you're willing to go and not go for.
But having said that, I did make at least 114 errors in my last match.
113, you would have won it. So he's gone the aggressive option. That hasn't turned out well. That red must pass him.
Yeah, there's no way you play that unless it goes, but he's got to crappier result with that red that's gone to the side cushion.
Does have an awkward ball up the top, just in terms of a linking ball.
Do you play the ball in the middle?
Play for a double?
No. Oh yeah, play for a double or go for the extraction because you know you're always on this bottom left ball.
That is true.
He's done it, but it's coming out of the middle pocket. I reckon he's hit that all right.
No, we can't get a replay on that one.
He's walked away. Doesn't even look like he gives 2 rats.
0 F's given.
But the composure of the Roth is second to none. Matty Harmer has just made my decision easy. Gonna go and get a schnitzel and chips.
He's played that well with him.
In fact, I'll be back shortly.
Big turnaround in this frame. Dave decided to go the aggressive route. Hasn't worked out for him, unfortunately. Alright guys, I'm going to leave the commentary for a little bit. I'm going to be due up soon. Hope you guys stay tuned in. There's going to be some really strong field, and there's going to be some very entertaining pool played throughout the day, and then also into tomorrow. I'll see you guys later. Bye.
Table 2, Steve Woods and Brent Noble. Table 3, Dave Ewing and Trent Reinheimer. Table 4, Eugene Fennelly and Peter Smith. Table 5, C. Lewin and Dean Welsh. Table 10, Nathan Miller and Shane Smith.
Sorry folks, so Edmonds pulled one back after that unfortunate jump out of the pocket there for the Roth. So back in the hunt, race to 8. This has been a long match I think so far too. I'm pretty sure this match was going when I had not even started my match. Michael Maswell decided after his destruction of his opponent, he's going to put the mic on.
Hello everyone again.
And Edmund here, wanting to play the run through and get on the yellow to flick it off the red and make the other yellow available.
It's a pretty tight game. 6-5 today. This is always going to be a high quality match, Jamie. Two good players.
Yeah, this is a tough first draw, actually.
Yeah.
Probably the draw of the round.
Sedman just recently won our
Table
state
11,
singles here in
Justin
Canberra.
Sage and Bill Morton.
Well, it looks like he's decided to play the stun off the side pushing.
It's a bit risky, though, don't you think?
Well, he needs a result.
Yeah.
He obviously didn't feel comfortable to run through the ankle. Might not have been there, but he's committed, so he's got to play it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And he's played it well.
He's got a result, hasn't he? Not easy queuing over that red, but still.
No, I'll tell you what, he'll take that other than,
Oh, yeah.
as opposed to a few other things that could have happened.
Absolutely. Absolutely. No. How do you do it? Oh, there we go.
We've got 2 second match going on, guys. So.
Yeah, lovely.
Oh, and yeah, I'll just update the name. So who's playing?
Okay. Huge. Oh, yeah, he's got a result here, Jamie. No, he hasn't. He hasn't got a result. I thought he was going to nudge past that red, but he didn't. That's a bit of a shame. Just needed another roll, didn't he?
Yeah, he's done well to get where he's got, to be honest. But
Do you think so? He's looking at it as if he goes.
he might be able to just sneak it off the jaw.
Yeah, no.
In fact, he didn't even give it a chance.
No.
So maybe it was actually that's as good as he could have did it.
So you reckon Dave's going to pull up the snooker here?
Well, it's asking the question because you can't just play this ball down the rail and just leave a one cushion escape.
No.
Black. For quality
No.
opponents, you can't do that.
No,
sort of thing.
exactly.
So I think the question has been asked. Roth may have to commit to it full-blooded, knowing that he's got the red in the middle to clear the black if he wants.
Well,
to
he can go for that red in the corner, and obviously if he doesn't miss it, he's still got a snooker. But if he pots it, then he can dislodge that black in the middle.
This is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
If you miss it,
Yeah.
the cross table is.
Yeah.
He may even play the one at the top end and run through it and use the other red as a blocker. Problem with that, if he pots the red, he won't have a lot on.
He's going to play the snooker, yeah.
I think he's going around the angles, is he? What's he doing here?
No, he's just playing a snooker and laying
Get
it
through to this.
at the top.
He
Yeah, that's
played
actually
that well.
smart.
Just
That's a
cut the
smart
double
shot.
off.
Yeah, that's a very smart shot. Yeah, it's actually well played.
Had to be played well.
Everyone's going to have a crack, right? Or we can just lay up to that red, I suppose. But what would you do here?
I might rest on the red,
Yeah.
but it just gives the rough a chance to play the runoff and then get the blacks a bit safer.
He's gonna dislodge. Well, do you reckon he'll dislodge that black?
I might have got across the table right inside here actually.
Oh, if you can do that, yeah. I didn't think he had that much. Oh, that's a great hit. Oh, jeez, I thought he hit that. I thought he was going to hit that. I thought, wow.
Always better to play for too much rather than not enough there
Yeah.
because you can always hit the far side of the black as well.
Yeah, yeah. So how'd you go, mate? You came good in the end. I saw your first few frames and it was a bit...
Oh, you were another one laughing at me?
No, I wasn't laughing, mate.
I don't know, I had someone else's arm attached to me there for the first 4 or 5 frames. It was terrible.
But you obviously came good towards the end.
Yeah, I ran a few racks towards the end.
Yeah.
I identified what I was doing wrong with my action and just wasn't getting through the ball properly. So I'm actually really surprised Roth hasn't just decided
Well,
not to black.
he's got 2 shots, right?
But there's so much riding on this pot now.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true.
But this has to go in. And then the next shot he plays after this has to go in as well. Or at least promote, if he gets a white ball further out to play the other ball down the cushion.
Yeah,
There's still work to do here.
yeah, no, not straightforward. He's missed it, has he? No, he got it. Snuck in.
But see, he's not on the ball down the rail, so now he has to make this next pot as well, unless he decides to flick off the 2 reds and promote. and then go out in one, which is not a bad option.
Be nice to keep your 2, right? But like you said, if you miss it, you put yourself under heaps of pressure.
If you're feeling good, you take the pot on.
Yeah.
But if you're not feeling 100%, then you play the little flick off and use 2. It's quick.
That's actually, as long as you can put that one in the corner, which I think I can. Yeah, that's actually fine.
I'm just going to let Kenny take over while I have a quick feed, guys.
Yeah. So I think Dave will put that one in the corner. Or if you can squeeze this red past, he'll play that. Yeah, okay, he'll obviously squeeze this past. So Dave's going to run this straight down to the pocket. Ooh, I don't know if he's lifting. I think that red's off the rail. I'm not sure. If it's off the rail, it's not a problem. It looks like it is. No, it shouldn't be a problem then. Dave's obviously looking at the centre ball, so he's got enough there to get a nice angle. So this should be pretty fundamentally straightforward for Dave here. Yeah. Not a problem. These two are pretty straightforward.
Hello everyone. Yeah, hey Michael.
How you going, mate? Have you played a game yet, or are you still waiting?
No, I'm waiting. I don't know when I'll be playing.
Yeah, right, okay.
I got that bye in the first round, so.
Yeah.
So what are we looking at here?
So, yeah, Dave's about to run out. It's 2 simple balls here, really. 3 simple balls, 2 simple balls now.
I saw Edmund set that black up, and the reds were actually in difficult spots.
Yeah, look, Edmund got a fraction unlucky. He played a big cut shot and pushed the black towards the middle pocket, but the red was sitting on the middle pocket.
Yep.
And he pushed it right into the red ball, right? If he'd another roll and he would have been fine, he would have been able to just go in. But as it stood, he was he was a little bit hard done by, I suppose.
No, I hear you. So we're looking at a 7-5 frame score race away.
Yeah. So this is a hill now. Edmund's really can't afford any more errors. He just has to play flawless pull from here.
Yeah. Look how unlucky is that other match for ACT. You know,
Yeah.
we've got Brent and Steve playing each other. It would have been good a little bit further on. What do you think?
Yeah, look, they're both very good players. Obviously, Woodsy's one of the better players in Australia.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a hard task for Brent, but he's a very good player actually. Very good cueist. Cues very nicely. He's a snooker player, right? So he's come across to 8-ball just sort of recently, about a year or so ago. And he can certainly cause players, one of the top players upsets if he's hitting the ball nicely, which he can do, like I said. But you'd probably expect Woodsy to run away with this, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Based just on experience and his know-how and obviously ability as well.
Yeah, Brent's getting a lot better, but it just might take a little bit before he gets at that level.
Yeah. Just little things in the game that obviously Woods is very good at.
Ooh.
So what do you reckon, Kenny? I mean, besides yourself, who else do you pick in the tournament?
No one else.
That's fair enough, mate. That's fair enough.
Thomas O'Keefe and Yeti.
You got to have belief in yourself, don't you?
Absolutely, mate. I mean, why bother entering if you don't think you can win?
That's right.
There's a couple of players that are looking pretty good. There's no doubt.
Yeah, I like Edmund in this frame. Like, it's pretty self-evident that he should go.
Table 9, Steve Jamison and Jason Scott.
Played that good pace. Ooh, don't know if he got the angle on it. What do you think?
Edmund? Yeah, I think he is. I think it's fine. I think it's fine. So I'd actually just roll this one in. I'd probably play the one in the middle first.
Yeah, he'll
he's running through.
Leave it to last. Yeah,
he's actually running through.
Oh, what do you
That's
think?
actually perfect. No, he's just going to go up the rail and play the yellow in the corner.
Oh, I reckon he'll play the yellow for the middle.
You reckon? Okay.
Yeah.
I've
been wrong before.
He's actually stunned back. He went
not even off the rail.
Yeah, not even off the rail. I think he would have played that off the rail. I don't like that stun shot because so much could go wrong with that, right?
Could have snookered himself.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. I didn't like that. I didn't think he needed to do that.
He knows how to play these shots.
Look, he's an exceptional player, but just sometimes he takes some unnecessary risks, Edmund.
They work out quite a lot.
Yeah, that's a good frame.
Yeah, very
It's a
good
very
comeback
good frame.
frame.
You needed that.
Yeah, so
He
we're
needs
looking
every frame, really.
at- well, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he needs every frame.
So 7-6 up. Back to Woodsy and Noble's game. We've got Woodsy coming in to finish on yellows. Should get nice position on this.
Yeah, that's all
Ooh.
right. That's fine, mate. There's no
That's
problems
fine?
there.
Yeah,
no
there you
problem.
go then.
He's running this, no problem at all.
So we've got a 1-0 score line there to Woodsy.
Yeah, 1-0 to Woods. Oh, I'm sure that was the first frame.
Yeah. These games will probably go really quick, although I left quite a while ago and Edmund and David...
No, this has been going on forever, this
Oh,
game.
I know.
This is,
War and
this is a
Peace,
marathon, right? Well, you know, Dave's a very smart sort of, methodical player, right? So he takes his time. He plays very, very well, actually. I like the way he plays. I've actually got him in the Calcutta.
Yeah, I think they're good friends of Tolstoy.
But in saying that, I mean, I'm quite happy to sacrifice some money for Edmund to do well in this tournament, you know.
Yeah, so you
Edmund's
put a
good
little
friend.
put a little bit on him, didn't you?
On Dave?
Yeah. Which one who did you put?
I've got Dave Ewing and Dave Ruffle
Oh.
in the Calcutta. I've got both those guys.
Good buys, both of them.
Yeah, well, they're both capable of winning a tournament like this, I think.
Yep.
They're probably not the best players in the room, but they're certainly capable of winning a tournament like this. And they're good value for money. Like, if you buy Jake, you know, it costs you $600-700, and if he doesn't win, you're not getting your money back, basically.
But the Calcutta pool is huge. Isn't it like $5,500 or something?
Yeah, but you're only getting something like
40% of it.
$2,500 for first prize, and you got to remember that.
There's 3 or 4 really good players that have
Well,
got.
not just that, but you're only getting half of that, right? As a buyer, you're only getting
Oh,
half
of
because
course.
the person that's selling
So
the
it's like
retains.
$1,200
Yeah, so $1,200
for a
and
$600 buy.
yeah, so it's not great value, right? And
There's an element of luck to
Yeah.
element
Yeah,
of
yeah.
someone else could steal it.
absolutely. Whereas if you're paying $120 for someone and you're winning, that amount of money, it's actually pretty good value. So
Exactly.
yeah, so that's how I sort of base my calculations. Pool's a funny game, as you know, mate. The better player doesn't always win a pool.
Yeah, over longer races they normally do.
Yeah, true. But even Mick Hill's lost in Australia to likes of Joe
Yeah.
Younger and stuff, and
Yeah.
Mick's obviously the best player in the world, so it can happen, even in longer races.
Yeah. So Woodsy's been given a bit of a snooker over on the right table. Left table we're looking at Roth. I don't believe he's going to miss these. These should be pretty easy.
The yellows? He's only got those two.
Sorry, my apologies. He's on yellows. I thought he was on red.
Oh, he's on red. I was asking the question. I didn't know.
Yeah, no, I think he was looking at the red down the rail.
He's only got that one problem ball on the rail, really. And,
Yeah.
I'm expecting we'll just lay that up. Was he just going to play safety here? No, he's going for it.
Yeah, he's coming for it. He'll try and get position on that one down the rail as soon as he can. Which will be about... he overran it, you reckon?
Yeah, it's not a great shot.
Well, that red
I'd
double...
say no, I think he can just stud back a little bit. I think he can
Oh,
stand
it
back.
goes in the middle, on the
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Okay, yep, I can see
I think
that.
he can just stand back a little bit. The only problem ball, like I said, is that one on the rail. That's the only one. These three will negotiate quite easily.
Would you leave that to last?
Well, I don't know. I don't think he can play it now.
No.
I mean, even after he puts that red in the middle, I don't think he can play it. So he's going to have to leave it last or second last. And you don't want to leave it second last because then you'll be able to get a position for the last ball.
Yeah.
So I think you will have to leave it last. But then where does the black go? So there's going to be a bit of hard work here, actually. That ball's a bit troublesome. No, he's going for it now, isn't he?
Well, black goes in...
He's
bottom
doubling it.
left.
He's doubling
Yeah,
this.
look, doubling was the option. He'll cover the pocket, I
Yeah.
believe, if he misses.
Yeah.
But it looks like... Was he putting pace on it? No, he's putting it just above pocket weight.
And he's missed that.
And look, he's missed it by a
Look,
long way,
and
really.
Edmund's got a big chance here now.
Oh, yeah.
The only problem here with Edmund is those two at the bottom there that are sort of close together. So he's just going to have to
I think
negotiate
it's
them.
almost worth a snooker here. Or even pop
I
this
don't know if
when
Edmund
it's
wants to
in the middle of the
sneak. I think he's going to go for an out. I think he's going to try
Yeah,
to run.
look,
he's going to try to
is,
scoot back
he
into those two yellows now.
table.
Watch
No,
this.
not now. No, he'll stop
Nah,
there.
okay.
Yeah, because he needs to get rid of these two. Because leave the black to last to go on the bottom right.
Would you get rid of these two now? I mean,
Ooh, he's leaving that till last.
no, he's going to try to dislodge them now.
And he's...
He's got a result. That's a result.
Is it potable?
Well, even if he doesn't get that one in the middle, he's got the one in the middle. So even if he hasn't got the one
Yeah.
at the bottom, he's got the one in the middle. So
I think he's got the one on the
yeah.
top right.
So he's got options here. He's actually got a result.
Yeah.
But I think he has to play this one out because otherwise it.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's blocking the other
Yeah,
ball.
yeah.
Yeah, other two balls. That's it.
Oh,
Don't
no.
do it. Don't do it. And
That's
he's
a
done
terrible
it.
result. That's a terrible result.
That is. What do you say? You know, how do you deal with this?
That's just
Do you
terrible.
just cover that corner pocket now down here?
You have to. You can't. You just can't cue it nicely. So you have to cover. There's no other option.
Yeah.
That's potentially rusting
And
that
you don't
match.
want to pop this one now.
You can't pot. Well, if he pots, he's just got nothing. You know,
No.
He's lost the game if he pots this.
And I don't think the good thing is if he covers the pocket completely, he's got a better chance.
Well, actually, no, I could be wrong, Kenny. I mean, he could potentially still play for the pot and try to drift, hit the ball out to the right-hand side and land somewhere here. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I
must-
mean? He's
yeah,
got the
look-
angle for it, but it's hard to cue over the ball. That's
I
his issue.
know.
Yeah.
And look, he's well, no,
Oh,
he's
no.
not coming over it. He's putting a bit of side, and I reckon he's putting a bit of right-hand side on it because he wouldn't be able to play middle ball. Oh,
No, he's playing the cover up.
no, he's not.
Can
And
you
I
actually play
don't,
that?
I don't think he's got that one up the top,
I don't think he has either.
which means he's well. You know, what does it mean?
He's swerving here.
Oh, he's coming off the right-hand rail
No, he's swerving around that. I don't know.
to hit that first ball
Yeah.
on the out of the two.
Is he swerving
One
or
on
is
the
he
left.
playing deep screw?
No, he'll swerve. Yeah. Oh, and
Oh, he's got a result, has he?
no.
No.
That's what do you say to that? You got to say this is just not my day, right?
Like, he was very lucky there, mate. Out of all that landing space to land exactly where he did.
No.
That's probably the only spot on the table where he wasn't finishing the run off.
Table 7.
And I know he
Joel Minahan and Josh King.
I know he needed to cover the pocket really completely in the bottom left, but
Yeah.
too close.
Yeah.
You know, and then it potted as we saw.
So Woods is running right over there.
Yeah, I'll put another one for Woodsy. I'll just keep my finger on the +1 button for Woodsy. He just doesn't seem like he's missing, does he?
No. I wonder if he can go well and deep in this tournament. What do you reckon?
Oh, always. It's just, you know, it's just a given, pretty much.
Yeah. It's a pretty tough field, but
Yeah, I've got a feeling this is all over now. Look, I don't know, to be
Has
honest
to
with
be.
you, I don't know why Edmund didn't play soft swerve, you know?
Yeah.
You soft swerve,
I
you're at
think
least
he
leaving the white
didn't have to
down
get that
there.
hard,
No.
right? Yeah.
He just wanted the out. He just wanted the...
He just way over hit that.
I think he thought maybe hitting it hard,
Yeah.
it's going to push it in, you know, it's going to kind of jaw it in
Yeah.
or jam it.
Just really got into it.
Yeah, and look, this is just... Look at this. Screw off the side
Oh,
rail.
yeah, no, it's all over here, mate. No doubt.
I don't think you do anything about that. Could top it, but you... Nah.
So Jason Tanaskovic is forfeited?
What?
Yeah.
No, what?
Yeah, he's forfeited.
How
So-
and why?
I just didn't show up, I think.
But Anne's here.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. Yep, no, fair enough.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what's happened there, but unfortunately Jason's not playing, which is a shame.
Yeah, it is a big shame.
Yeah.
I think
And,
Edmund's about to go out now. I mean,
Dave, yeah.
out of the
This
comp.
is match over.
Yeah. Dave is playing well.
Mate, he's a phenomenal player.
Mm.
There's no doubt about it.
Australian team, right?
Yeah.
Multiple times. I think he's even this year's Australian team.
It's all over.
Yeah, it's all over. 8-6. The Roth wins over Edmund. They were both the same thing.
Unless you wanted, you probably have. Oh, I just have probably enough sauce in it. I thought my
Oh, what a match!
That's
so
a big game, that
just
one.
for everyone's
Table
information,
1, James Delahunty and Jamie Stevens.
so I'm going to keep this running because we're still. Are we in round 2 now? Okay, so we're in round 2. So I'm going to stop and restart. This as round 2. Is Woodsy and Noble round 2 match?
No, it's around
Is it
round
a
one match,
round
that
1
one.
match or a round 2 match?
That's a round
Woodsy
one.
and Noble. Okay, great.